My name is Monica. I work for UCSC Silicon Valley Extension, Professional Education Division of the main campus. Today we have Melissa Lee and Ninet Moradi with us. We're going to talk briefly about what's new in the ECE classroom and the changes that have come to be. With that, throughout the evening, if you have questions, please feel free to enter them in the chat or in the Q&A, and I'll go ahead and help moderate the question with our two instructors and program chair. Welcome everyone, and with that, Ninet, go ahead. I'll go ahead and hand it over to you.
Hi everyone, thank you for attending today. My name is Ninet Moradi. I'm one of the instructors at UCSC Extension. I am a lifelong learner and I have attended many universities, but of all the universities that I've attended, UCSC Extension was the one, and it still is the one, that offers high quality courses, and at the same time it is convenient, and with my busy work life to meet my goals and pursue my dreams. I've been working in the field of ECE for many years, and I have helped many programs to license and open and operate their programs, nonprofits, for-profits. So if you have any questions related to opening your own program, I'd be more than happy to help you with that. I'm going to pass it on to Miss Melissa Lee, who used to be my mentor and also my professor. Miss Melissa.
Hi, everyone. Nice to see you again. Tonight, we just wanted to have a little meeting with you, because usually we would have this in person and you would come into the UCSC and Silicon Valley, but now we're doing it online to make it more convenient for everyone. And so tonight we're here to answer all your questions. I can answer questions about ECE units, what you can do with them. And also some people are interested in the credential program, and I can answer like what you have to do for that. Even though our school, that we don't have a credential program, we were going to, but they didn't move down to, here. So they left it at the UCSC campus, but we were going to do that. And maybe one day we still might. Maybe if it's online, we might do that. And so if you have any questions about that, I'll answer those kind of questions after. Okay, and I've been teaching for all my life. Like I started when I was 19 years old. I went to De Anza. So I know the difference between taking De Anza classes and taking our classes. Mm-hmm. I didn't know, but our classes are super fast. Had I known that before, then I would have taken ECE units here. But I think we didn't have that program yet anyway. So I've been teaching 8 years of preschool, 6 years of after school care. And then for public school, I've been doing kindergarten, 2nd grade and 3rd grade. But I love all of it, but I really love I love kindergarten. And tonight we're also going to talk about TK. If you are looking for a job in TK, a whole bunch of jobs will be opening in that department, and you need ECE units, and you might need a credential too to do that one day. Okay, so we'll get into that. We're interested in what your questions are.
So in the meantime, Melissa, I'll go ahead and switch to the next slide with the chart and the new things to come.
Sure. Okay. So who wants to talk, me or Ninet?
Doesn't matter. So what you see is the matrix for obtaining any permits that you desire. So to become an assistant teacher or associate teacher or any other permit that you desire, you have options to pursue that. But anyway, first thing that you're gonna keep in mind is that you're gonna need your core units, which are 3 different courses that all are offered at UCSC Extension. So when you decide what kind of permit you want to obtain, you need to go through this matrix and see what are the requirements and how often you need to update them. And for updating them, what is the requirement? one of the things that you can do if you already have a permit, let's say you have a site supervisor or director permit, you're going to still need to complete 105 hours of professional growth, which you can achieve that through attending additional courses through UCSC extension and other trainings, of course.
Mhm.
Are there any specific permits that you're interested in, or do you have any questions related to this matrix that is not clear? I'd be more than happy to help you with that.
Anyone have a question right now? Okay, I guess not. Okay, do you want me to go over the other parts?
Yes.
Okay, here we see that, look at the first column, everyone over here. Here we see that if you want to be an assistant in a preschool or even after school care, and there's a new thing I was talking to everyone about. You could also be a para educator for public schools, like someone who works with a special needs student one-on-one, and you just need a few ECE units for that. So that's when you just get 6 units of ECE, okay, in any class. And that opens your avenues to many things. But as you get more units, you go down, and when you get 12, you can become an associate teacher. That means you can work in the classroom all by yourself. When you have less than 12, you have to be with somebody else in the classroom. When you have reached 24, then you definitely can be in the classroom by yourself. And usually you'll be a mentor teacher to others, you know, the other ones who are just beginning. And you also get a certificate. And also this also offers more pay too. Once you hit certain amounts of units, you can ask your workplace if you can have a raise. Say, I've reached 24 units now. As you get more units, you're supposed to get more pay. And if they don't offer you more pay, that's when you look for another job, because there's lots of jobs on edjoin.com. And I suggest lots of you look at EdJoin right now to see, work backwards and see like, I want this job, but what do I need? Oh, they want me to have 18 units. Okay. Then you work towards 18 ECE units. So you work backwards to see what you really want. Now, if you want to be a site supervisor, here's when you need more. And this is when Ninet will help you. You need 60 units or an AA, or you can be a program director with a BA here. A BA, and then 24 more ECE units. So that's another option. You can also do school age working, working with them like after school care. And then here's the experience that you need. It tells you what you need here. And then there's child development alternative qualifications. And you can look and see what you need. School age emphasis, look, and then authorizations. And then 5-year renewals. So every 5 years, hopefully you have earned 105 hours of working, and professional growth workshops. Your work will offer those to you, so you don't, or if they don't, they will pay for you to go to, more classes, because they want you to, develop further. You never stop learning in this field, like Ninet said. You just you're a lifelong learner forever. And I still go to workshops to learn more about ADHD. So you don't think that when you're done with ECE, you're done with studying. Your preschool might send you to some workshops every, now and then to learn more, so you can get better and better at it. And so hopefully one of these requirements fit your needs. But I suggest you go work backwards. Look for the job that you like oh, I want to be a nanny. What do they need? Oh, they only need 6 ECE units. I have 6 ECE units, and you might already be qualified and you can work. Or you might discover that you need to have I need to have 24 units for the job that I really want at Stratford or something. And so you go, okay, I have to start working on that. And what's great about UCSC, we're very fast. Every class ends in about a month or maybe a few days after that. And then, so if you are a fast learner and you like being fast and you work hard, because there is homework to do, then UCSC classes are your best. If you like to take things slower, other colleges stretch it out like to 4 months of learning, or 6 months even. It's up to you. That's called semester. We're on the quarter system. Every 3 months we change, and we have different classes. And we're trying to offer classes every quarter, but only if the need arises. Okay. And another thing I want to tell you is, if you know that you want to get a certain degree, you want to declare candidacy, like to say, oh, I'm working for this degree. because every 5 years, sometimes the requirements change. Like, for instance, in this one, maybe math was an elective, but then later on, it might say it's a requirement. And you go, oh, I took it when they said it was only an elective, you know? So that's why you want to declare candidacies like I'm working for this degree. Every 5 years, it might change, and we will hold you to what you declared. It doesn't mean that you have to finish that degree. It just means that you started when it was written this way. Okay, and we are going through a 5-year right now where some things might change. So if you ever see that on your website, it says declare candidacy, you want to fill that out. It's free, and it just tells you like what program are you interested in, and it holds you to that first program that you liked. And you always can change your mind later.
Yes.
Okay, but we're interested in what questions you have to help you further understand. Okay, so is it time for questions yet or no?
Hi, Melissa. Yeah, I haven't had any questions or comments come up yet in the chat.
Okay.
So I know we do have a few people with us. Do you have any questions? This is a great opportunity to have pretty much a one-on-one session. So feel free if you have a certain case for you specifically. This would be a great opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know you have some questions on your mind. Dibadisha, do you have any questions, or what were you interested in the future?
Yeah, for the folks that are here with us,
Mm-hmm.
what are your career goals, or what are you hoping to?
We're here to help you. Yeah, I know Dibadisha.
Or is there anyone who wants to, who wishes to open their own program? And if you have questions, how the process is and what you need to do and have in place.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's so shy.
What a quiet bunch.
We're here to help you if you have any questions. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
If you're passionate about working with children and you can't decide which program to get in, we can also help you with that. And it's okay to start with a program, and then later if you want to switch it to become like a site supervisor instead of an associate teacher, those units can go towards the other program.
What do you mean? She did not see anything.
Yes.
Oh, did you make them not be able to see show themselves? You have to open it up.
Yeah, so it's a webinar format.
Oh, so they have to type in their question only?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we cannot see your faces, but we you can type your question only, and then we'll answer it. Type your question in the chat bar. Okay, now they understand. They didn't know.
Yeah, so there's a chat function, and you can go ahead and ask your questions there.
Mm-hmm.
You can wait a couple of minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess when you're doing a webinar, we can't hear you. Yeah, but we can only see your chat.
What are some other common questions that come up, Melissa, that you that a lot of students tend to be confused about, that maybe it's questions that they don't know that they have yet?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so some people say, I majored in accounting. I majored in computer engineering. Are you sure I can still do ECE? Yes, ECE doesn't have any prerequisites. The only ECE class that has a prerequisite is the Ninet's class, ECE 7, where you should have done ECE 1, 2, 3, you know, the other classes before you take ECE 7, because in ECE 7, you're going to be placed in a preschool, you know, with another teacher so they can guide you. So you want to have a little bit of experience with all the other classes first. However, if you come from another field, we welcome. A lot of people are doing that right now during COVID. They're saying, oh, my career is not what I thought, or I got laid off. I'm going to try something that I always wanted to try, and they want to go to ECE. So that's what they're trying out. And they discovered that they like it. And later, some people even want to get their credential. So the question I always get is, can I get a credential even though I didn't major in ECE? I'll say, yes, you can, but it helps that you have ECE units. That means they know that you're very serious about working with children. And in order to teach in public school, you need 150 hours, at least with working with children. And you can get that while you're working as a preschool teacher. So I had plenty of hours, more than 100 working with children when I applied for my credential. And what a credential is just in case you need to know, is another year and a half at a local college like San Jose State, Hayward State, even UC Santa Cruz. Stanford has one program also. First, you will take, for 6 months, you're going to take 5 courses about, how to teach math, how to teach reading, how to teach social studies, science, and then I think computers. Anyway, you're going to take those classes so you can learn more about it. And then you're going to do some mock lessons with your schoolmates. Like, oh, let's make a reading lesson. Let's do a math lesson. You're going to write up some lesson plans. They're going to show you how to do lesson plans. And then after you're done with those classes, you must get a C or better, by the way. And then you have to be placed with a teacher in a public school, okay? And teachers at public schools always want you to join them. And so you're placed with a teacher. You don't get to pick the grade. You can tell what you like. Like, I like young ones. So they might put you in a kindergarten first or second grade. And then you're going to be with that teacher for 6 months. Actually 5 months. And then later in the middle of the year, like in January, you're going to switch. You're going to go to an older teacher. Since you did younger kids, they want you to be good at both. So if you did second grade, now you're going to do 5th grade. So you can see how 5th graders are. It doesn't mean you have to teach 5th grade, but you get to observe the teacher and watch the teacher. And on the last 2 weeks of school, before school's out, you have to do all by yourself. And hopefully by then you feel confident because you've been with a teacher for, 9.5 months already, 2 teachers. So you say, okay, I think I know how to do it. And then you're going to run the class all by yourself. The teacher can help you with like lesson plans and like, this is what you're going to teach in science and stuff. So it's not all by yourself. You're going to teach all by yourself. And then your professor from your college for the credential program is going to come observe you one day to make sure that you're doing it right. Like, So they say, yes, you are ready. You're ready to have your own classroom next year. So basically that reminds me of ECE 7. ECE 7 is almost like that, but it's with preschool. You're placed with a preschool teacher and you do lessons. Right, Ninet?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, Ninet is your site supervisor teacher for that. Like she will watch your video since she can't really come into your classroom during COVID. She's going to have you film it and then send it to her. And she'll say, yeah, the way you're doing it, you're ready to be a preschool teacher.
Yes.
So it's a very hands-on program.
And you'll know if you love it. Either you fit in it or you go, this is not for me. And some people know right away, like, this is not for me.
Yes.
You should know.
Question. So are you? Go ahead, Annette. So sorry. Go ahead.
I just wanted to mention that I had students that were just parents and just wanted to take a class to learn about children's nutrition and health and safety. But then they felt that they fit in and this is what they really enjoy and move forward and even open their own program. And they were very successful, some of them, and that became their business, family business.
You can open your center, definitely.
Yeah, you can work for schools or open your center, especially now that little by little schools are opening. There is a lot of demand for teachers, and there's going to be a lot of openings for jobs. And usually when you hire, I myself, from my experience, when I hired people and I received lots of resumes, I was looking. So if someone had a permit, I prefer to hire that person because I can tell my parents and families that my teachers already have a permit and they are more qualified. So to look at it from that point of view, you're going to be more qualified and get a better pay.
Does getting a permit require more units than a certificate? you would say?
They're almost the same, but here is the thing: if you're just taking the units and not getting the permit, some schools are not going to hire you. So you need to really attend the courses that are required, at least to be qualified. Or if you're not qualified by licensing and you're missing units, then schools are not allowed to hire you. So it's not, they're not going to benefit from your presence as much as if you have the units.
Okay.
And with the job market opening again, it's really important to catch up with the units. Even if you are just enrolled in a classroom, that counts. They give you time to finish it. So you don't need to finish it before you get the job. You just need to be enrolled in those courses.
Ninet, to piggyback off of that, are there changes in the industry or new job opportunities coming up?
Yes, there's going to be a lot of job opportunities, but from what I understand is that the standards are going to be higher. So if this is what you really want to do in your life, it's time to take more classes and get ready for the job market. Yeah. And be ready, because once they hire all the people that they need, they might not want to change them. You know, people like when you hire, when you get a job with a good company that offers you a lot of benefits and good pay, usually you don't want to leave it. So if they're not leaving their job, there is no other new opening in good job market. So that's why it's the best time right now to start enrolling. Even if you haven't finished the course, you are qualified, and you can be hired in a high quality center or a school district and just get ahead of time.
I know what you're talking about. But Joe Biden is going to put on the table, and I think it might pass. He wants to make TK free for 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds.
Yes.
When they're 5, they go to public school. So TK is right before kindergarten. They need teachers with ECE units, certificates, or credentials, okay, to teach TK. And if you're not in the program yet, like a credential program, you can do it at the same time. That's called emergency credential. Yes, so yes. He's going to need that in the fall really bad. So right now, if you have some EC units, you need to get more, because the more you have, then if you're competing with the other people, like I have 18 units and this person only has 12, they're going to hire the one with 18. So the summer is a great time to take classes immediately. Yes. And we do have some classes available in the summer, and maybe in the summer you have time to do all the homework. Oh, hi, Robin. Nice to see you. Yeah, Robin is one of our instructors. You need to take classes, because if TK passes in the fall, it's going to be a mad rush for jobs. And maybe if you don't have a lot of units, they still accept you, but they want you to be enrolled in more classes. Like, okay, you have 6 units, but you're going to take 12 more, right? And they'll hire you in saying that you're going to finish these units, you know. So they will need you though. And because Joe Biden also has the power to veto and sign things, it might pass, even if the Republicans don't pass all of it, because it's too high of a bill, but they can pass half of it. But he always wanted to get that done, and I think it will pass. So you have to start getting your units. Yeah. So let me introduce Robin. She used to be a student also at UCSC, and she is a superstar, and she majored in science, but then she also loves ECE, like preschool, and she taught at Harker, you know, the private school here on Saratoga. And so I said, you are fabulous, you know, so you are going to teach science. And then she applied and she got it, but she has another position. So let her introduce herself, because she might have connections and information that will help all of you. Okay,
Hi, Melissa. Thank you so much. Yes, and I apologize for being late. I have 2 computers side to side here. This year I'm in the Redwood City School District as a teacher on special assignment and an instructional coach. And I'm supporting 7 child development centers, as well as all of the TK through grade 5 teachers with both math and science. So I am in an LCAP, Local Control and Accountability Plan meeting for Redwood City on one computer, and I didn't want to
Oh.
miss tonight. So I know I was late to the game, but I just wanted to say hello. Yes, thank you for that introduction. I'm passionate about early science and math. I'm an editor for NAEYC's publications, and I edit every journal article that is written about math and science, has me as its editor. I also edit books for them. And I present at lots of workshops around the country for NAEYC and other places. And yeah, I'm so excited I love teaching at Extension. I get fabulous students every term. I also teach 2 classes in the Supervisor credential program, where I teach the Parents as Partners in Education class, as well as the Supervising and Mentoring Adults class, two very important subjects that are very near and dear to my heart, because it's about building the capacity of the people in your community, both parents and teachers, and having a growth mindset around both, around supporting parents in being, their child's educational cheerleader, and you being your teacher's educational cheerleader, whether you are a site supervisor or a director or a coach or just a colleague.
Thank you. Yeah. So if you need to go to the other meeting, let us know. That's okay. You can.
There are some questions in here.
Questions.
Arpita has one, and she's saying that she did her master's in India, and will that be considered here? And should she do the credential?
Okay,
and Arpita,
so
if you want to elaborate a little bit more, I think I can unmute you so you can ask. So I can let Ninet start to answer in the meantime.
is that okay? Okay. So if you have your education was from another country, you can have it evaluated in United States to see if you can get an equivalency for that or not. If it is considered equal to a master's degree in United States, you're going to get that equivalency, and you can, it's the same as if you got your master's here in United States. But you need to go through that process to have your documents and credentials and degrees evaluated. We are not, I personally am not the person who does that. So you need to go through the right channels.
Okay, thank you.
But if you did major in anything like math or accounting, yes, you can still be a teacher.
Yes, not only you can be a teacher, I think what you have, all your knowledge that you've gained before is going to be a great asset for you in implementing it in your program. Mm-hmm. And it's going to add more value to your program.
Yeah. Dibadisha, do you have anything to ask? Or we answered it already? Okay, how about Jocelyn? Do you have any questions, or are you just interested in the program? Okay.
Well, I do want to thank everyone for taking the time to come out and talk to us a little bit about the changes. I know it's overwhelming, so maybe taking some time to digest this information, and you may have questions later on. And if that's the case, then please go ahead and email us at extension@ucsc.edu. And you can also talk to our student services representatives, who can also guide you through what classes may be right for you. And again, I just wanted to thank Ninet, Melissa, and Robin for joining us tonight. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
See you next time.
It was a pleasure. Please feel free to send us your questions. We'll be more than happy to help you.
Yeah.
Anytime. It sounds like now is the time. So we're here for you if anything comes up in the next few weeks.
Okay. Thank you.